Alvin Kennard, a black man from Alabama, serving 36 years of a life sentence for stealing $50.75 from a bakery, was recently released due to a resentencing. Here to give us more insight on this story and some of the backbones of it is Dr. UA Thompson. Dr. Thompson, what can you tell us about this?
Yes, Nietzsche, I don't believe it is as much the amount, though that is important in the process. But I think it's most speaking to the three strikes and you're out law that was instituted, I think, by President Bill Clinton, which I think is just detrimental to many lives. We do know that people make mistakes. To areas to be human. And we have to figure out a way to bring significant prison and sentence reform in this country because the way it's going is definitely detrimental to people's lives.
He was 22 years old when they took him in. He's now 58, a huge chunk of his life that has been taken over something like this. Is this law different now than what it was when he was sentenced?
I think the law is still the same. You have to wrestle with the fact of sentencing guidelines. How long does it take for someone to be reformed?
Right.
Is this exorbitant? Is it too much? Yes, it is. I don't think it takes that much for a person to figure out that they messed up and to correct the error and folly of their ways. This is a serious detriment to the livelihood of many families. But we have to also ascertain that there are those who are getting less time, even with this three strike and your outlaw. Because of the complexion of their skin. We have to wrestle with the injustices with regards to sentencing in this country as well.
He was one who had a resentencing, but I'm sure there are hundreds, thousands who maybe are in this same scenario who are not getting a resentencing. What can you say to that?
There again, I think we have to weigh in on our legislative process to demand prison and sentence reform. I'm told we have some just as many people in prison that are black that came over on slave ships. That is a serious problem in this country, and it speaks to population. What are we doing in our community to help our people get out and stay out of jail? How are we fighting these laws that are consistently putting our people away for a very long time for a lesser crime than that of a counterpart? I think we have to rally together to figure out solutions to combat this problem because we have too many people incarcerated in America for less than violent crimes, and to be locked up on a three strike you're out rule for this duration of time. You're already institutionalized at that point. What is this young man, now 55 years old, going to do with the rest of his life? How is he going to regroup and figure out a way forward?
This is definitely a discussion that I hope that we continue to have throughout our cities, throughout our states. Dr. UA Thompson, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's always an honor.